Welcome to this Global Festival of Oneness. Today we are starting with yet another evening session to be given by Vighnesh Chandrasekaran on Shankaracharya's Pandurangashtakam. Vighnesh Chandrasekaran has started training in Carnatic music at young age of 4, currently continuing training under Sri V. Muthukumar of New Delhi, a disciple of Madurai Sri T. N. Sheshagopalan. The journey of Harikatha also started when he was very young and started listening to the discourses of Sri Krishna Premi Anna and Kalaiman Mamini, Srimati Vishakha Hari. Srimati Vishakha Hari personally started training Vighnesh with the nuances of the beautiful art form, made him perform his debut in Kanchi Kamakoti Matham. Thereafter, he started performing in esteemed sabhas, temples, and television channels. Presently, he is also guiding young aspirants in Harikatha art form in Carnatic music. I will start with some chanting of the mantras, and then I would request Chandrasekaran to start his lecture. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mavit Vishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Over to Vighnesh ji. You please start your lecture.
Namo Namah Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Namah Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Rameti Krishneti Nama Sankirtanam Sada Lokakshemaya Kurbantam Premikam Sadgurum Bade Rashivashamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Amami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokasankaram Macharana Sarojam Samtra Leelam Pudabam Jagana Nikitapanim Mandanam Mandananam Taruna Tulasimala Kandaram Kanjanetram Sadayadavalahasam Vittalam Chintayami Naya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutandevam Kamsajanuramadhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. It is a great pleasure and great bhagyam for me to be a part of Indica, a series of lectures on oneness celebrating Adi Shankaracharya's Jayanti. It is such a wonderful occasion, and it is absolutely a necessary occasion that has to be celebrated all over India, not only India, across the globe. That whatever we are doing is something which is very essential, because the custom and practice that we are all following, the Hindu Dharma or the Sanatana Dharma, however we can name it, it could have been easily been destroyed by the external forces, by all the Siddhantas, external Avaidika Siddhantas that were there prevalent during Acharya's avataram. It could have easily gobbled all the Vedanta Siddhantam that we had, and easily established Avaidika Matam all throughout India. But like a sun which rose in the eastern direction, like Adi Shankara rose like a sun and showed the direction and removed all the ignorance. Ajnana tivirandasya jnananjana shalakaya. Like a sun that rose and removes all the Agyana or the Agyana like darkness throughout Bharata Desha. It's very fascinating that Adi Shankara is one figure who is being known, who is a saint that is very much known. But in general, speaking in general, Adi Shankara is a known figure from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. It's a very, very, very interesting thing. Every person knows Adi Shankara, even though they are not aware about his contributions, they are aware that there was one person who existed and has given us knowledge and shared his knowledge towards the humanity for the development of the humanity. And that itself is a very great thing, because we have had many rulers, many people, many great people in India, but they are not remembered for whatever achievements and contributions that they have done. But a sannyasi who has sacrificed everything, Sakala Bhuvana Madhye Nirdhanastepi Dhanyaha, says Bhagavatam in its Mahatmyam, where they have sacrificed all the comforts in this life, but the world reveres people who have sacrificed everything for the humanity. People do not remember persons who have accumulated so much wealth and have enjoyed enjoyed it all by himself and have not done anything for the humanity, because he has not done any shreyas for him, not any shreyas for the humanity also. He has not done any ishtapurta dharmas. So nishreyasam or any kind of dharma he has not contributed for the humanity, the world does not remember him. But one person who has contributed immensely for our for the society is Adi Shankara, because he has not built any hospitals, he has not built any schools or colleges, or he has not built anything for infrastructure for the society, but he has given such a great knowledge that he has shared and removed all the darkness of ignorance is still being that is still shining like a bright sun for several centuries together. Just imagine that Adi Shankara, when he was born, there is still a lot of charcha that is going on. There is a lot of discussion. There is a lot of research that is being going on the time period where Adi Shankara was born. That is not the topic of discussion for the day. Even though, if we take that, it should be several centuries before that Adi Shankara should have been incarnated and given us so much treasure for us. The treasure is not diamonds or gold. It is the treasure of the works that he has given. The Prasthanatrayam are like are diamonds. All the Sotra Granthas, all the Prakarana Granthas, whatever that he has left us are the treasure that we have to remember, and we have to revere and be grateful for the contributions that he has given to us. Amongst all the great works that he has given, the Prasthanatraya Bhashyam stands out for for its beauty and the gambhiryam that it possesses. That the Vyakhyanam that he has done for the Brahma Sutram, Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita. And later he has also given so many Prakarana Granthas and Stotra Granthas. Why such Stotra Granthas are required is that to elucidate the high Vedantic thoughts into very simple. They are not very simple, but even it has to reach the mass. One thing that only reaches the class is not what it has got as achievements. It has to reach the mass. It has even reached the mass, and even both the class and the mass has to enjoy it. That is the greatness. That is the greatness. It has to have the madhuryam and lalityam, and it also has to have the gambhiryam. All the madhuryam, lalityam, and gambhiryam comes together in all these great saints' works. That is very, very unimaginable, because we have so many things that are in a fashion that is very in a gambhiryam. The depth of the subject is very high. Even to go near it, it is very difficult for us to understand and to get the knowledge of it. There are works which are very, very simple, Lalitham Madhuram, like the kavyas that we have, all the beautiful verses that we have, but that does not have beautiful, that does not have Vedantic thoughts in it. But Adi Shankara's words are beautifully are a combination of both Vedanta and the beautiful verses that the poem that he has weaved together like a garland that he has made in different colors. That one person makes a garland. That's how he has made a garland weave and made stotras on different deities, from starting from Ganesha, Devi, Shanmuka, and so on. Many deities have been praised by Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara has traveled the length and breadth of India, Bharata Desham, and he has visited many kshetras and done Mangala Shasanam for all the kshetras. Adi Shankara's contributions are many, many. It cannot be enlisted within this 1 hour. It is practically impossible to cover in just an hour or even in a lifetime. That is really impossible. But to name a few, he has done all these works. He has created a Sishya Parampara. He has established the mutts, and he has also protected many temples. One such namely is the Badrinath. The same Badrinath we are all visiting today is all because Adi Shankara visited there and he protected the main Murti Badrinarayana Perumal. He has saved the Murti and re-established the temple, and saved the temple from the Jainas and Bauddhas and re-established the temple and made the Puja Paddhati. He called all the Nambudrimas from his own clan from Kerala, and he all made him stay at Badrinath and serve Badrinarayana Perumal, and made it still, the family is still there. They are all speaking the greatness of Adi Shankara. The still families are living today in such extreme weather conditions. It is in such very extreme conditions. They don't leave the place. They are the habitats of Badrinath or the of the Badri Kshetram. They don't leave the Kshetram for any reason. They live there. They do all the service, and it is all because of Adi Acharya. It is because of Adi Acharya we have the great Kshetram on the Shirobhushanam of Bharata Desha, which is Badrinath. The Badrikashrama Kshetra has been saved by Adi Shankara, and he has established such a wonderful puja paddhati. Other kshetrams where Adi Shankara, like the Kamakshi Amman temple, the Mukambika temple, there are several temples that he has contributed so many uh, for the development of the temple, and the upasana or the puja methods that has to be reconstructed, that he has reconstructed in many temples. One such temple that he has visited is the Pandari Kshetra. He has visited many Vaishnava Kshetras, Srirangam, where he has composed the Ashtakam, Satchitta Sai, Mrigendra Sai, the famous Ashtakam. And he has visited Puri Jagannatham, where he has composed the Ashtakam, Parabrahma Piti Kuvalayam Valotkulla Nayanaha. He sees Jagannatha as the Parabrahma. He sees Jagannatha as the complete linga of the Parabrahma. And he sees Jagannatha Swami Nayanapatagami Bhavatume. He sees the Jagannatha in the Ratha, and he requests Jagannatha to come in the same the same vision that he has. It is not the Badadanda or the road that where Jagannatha is coming on the Ratha. It is in the eyes of Adi Acharya. Jagannathan is coming on the Ratha along with Subhadra and Balabhadra, and he gets a beautiful vision of Radha Vapu Sarasa Vapu Alingana Sukaha. In Jagannath Ashtakam, he says, Radha is also hugging you, Jagannatha. I'm seeing all the vision. He has gone to Vrindavanam. He has the Yamunashtakam, and he has visited Kashi, many Vaishnava Kshetras, many Shiva Kshetras, many Shakti Pitas, many Shakti Kshetras, and the Tiruchandur, the Muruga Kshetram, the Shanmuka Kshetram that we have, where he has sung the Subramanian Pujangam, so on and so forth. One such wonderful and beautiful Kshetra of Bharata Desham is Pandharpur. Pandharpur is one such kshetra which is very unique by itself, is that it is always the vibrance, and it is always the vibrance and the devotees that contribute so much for the kshetra. Any kshetra can be special by the Mahatmya that it possesses, by the Kshetra Mahatmya, Tirtha Mahatmya, or the Vriksha, or the deity, or the Murti Mahatmya. Pandaripuram has the Pandharpur or the Pundarikapuram or the Pandharpur is is blessed with all the, it is a combination, amalgamation of all these Mahatmyas together. The Pundarikapuram is called is the Dindira Vanam, where the Bhima Nadi flows. It is a kshetra, Punya kshetra by itself. Before even Panduranga comes here and stands in the Yoga Pitam, it's a kshetra. It is Dindira Vanam where Kukuta Maharshi was there. And a person called as Pundarika from the Dakshina Desam traveled all along the Bharata Desha along with his parents and wife. And when he came to this Kukuta Maharishi's ashram, Kukuta Maharishi instructed him that it is a waste that you are troubling your parents and taking them to a Tirtha Yatra. You do not know the Dharma Sukshma. Tirtha Yatra is a Dharma. Dharma Sukshma is that your parents doing service to your parents is all the Tirtha Kshetra Yatra that it is required. Serving your parents are most required, is the most important dharma that you have to do, is what Kukuta Maharshi instructed, and he told that stay here, stay in this Dindi Ravana, stay near this Bhima Nadi, do service to your old parents. That is the most exceptional dharma that you can do, and the Lord will come visiting, knocking your doors. Is what the Maharishi told, and Pundarika, who obliged the words of Kukuta Maharishi and made a kutiram there, and he started serving his parents from morning to night. He did all the service to his parents without getting angry, without getting impatient. In any play, on any day, he used to do the service like how he used to do service for the God, service to the Guru. He served his parents with utmost patience and devotion and love. And during the same time where Narada visited Dwaraka once, it is the same time where Krishna Paramatma was ruling in Dwaraka. Narada visited Dwaraka and Krishna Paramatma asks Narada, asking, oh Narada, you are a Triloka Sanchari, you roam around all the three worlds, you roam around all the places. Can I see a devotee who's very devout and who's exceptionally devout? And I want to meet that devotee. So Narada says, there is one devotee named Pundarika. Krishna was very surprised. Oh, Pundarika, where is he? And he's a devotee of which deity? What Krishna asked. And Narada said, he lives in Dindiravanam on the banks of Bhima Nadi. And he is not a devotee of Vishnu, neither he is a devotee of Shiva. He is a great devotee of his parents. He is a Pitru Bhakta. He is not a Shiva Bhakta, neither a Vishnu Bhakta. He is a Pitru Bhakta. And Krishna, Dwarakadishan, was surprised and he said that I really want to meet him and I'm leaving at once to Dindiravanam. And then Rukmani Devi, who also accompanied Dwarakadisha, and she took the Kunkuma Chimil or the box of Kunkuma. You can still observe in the Murti of Rakumai in Pandharpur where she holds a box of Kunkumam, the Kunkuma Chimil that she holds in her hand and places on her waist. And then along with Dwarakadisha, they come to the Dindiravanam and they knock the doors of Pundalika, and Pundalika was doing service to his parents. He was bathing his parents, and Pundalika did not want to disobey his parents, and also did not want to be indifferent to the Atithis who have come outside. He did not know that Dwarakadishan has come outside. He did not know that Dwarakadishan is Sakshat Paramatma, and he answered the call on the door. They knocked the door, right? He answered from there, Swagatam, Swagatam, you have come to my place, but I don't have any paraphernalia. I don't have a chair, neither do I possess an asanam for you. I have these two bricks near me. I offer these two bricks as the asanam for you. So please do accept this as the asanam and just wait for few minutes or wait for some time. I'll come to finish my service to my parents and come to your place. And then he was doing his service to his parents, and then after all the service, after serving his parents, after serving food for them, after doing father seva for them, and made them to sleep, then Pundalika came outside and saw Dwarakadishan was standing there, effulgent, like Koti Surya Prakasham he was standing with, along with Rakmai. When all of us are engrossed or very engrossed in looking or observing at some things, automatically our hand goes on the hips, right? Automatically our hands goes like this. So Dwarakadishan was also engrossed and he was really surprised how Pundalika was serving his parents, and then automatically his hands went in on his hip, and then Kundalika saw this Divya Darshanam and he inquired who they were. And Krishna answered that I am Dwarakarisha and this is Rukmini. We have come here to look, we have come here to have your darshan. You are a great such, you are such a great Pitru Bhakta that we have come here to have your darshan. And Kundalika started weeping so vehemently. And then he told that, ha, Krishna, there are great saints and yogis and sadhus who have been doing penance for several centuries, several years together, and they have not got your darshan. I have not done any sadhana. I have not done any tapas. I have not done any upavasana. I have done any sadhana to have your darshan. I don't have any yogyata to have your darshan, but you have come knocking my doors and standing outside and patiently standing for me and waiting for me. And that is such a great bhagyam that one can ask for, great boon that one can ask for. And Dwarakadisha asks, what do you wish to have? What is it? I want to grant you a boon. What do you want? And then Kundalika says this, my parents are finding it difficult to go bath in the Bhima Nadi, which is flowing several kilometers from here. Can you make the river flow just outside make it accessible to us and flow near the ashram that we are living? So Krishna made the Bhima Nadi flow in the way it moves away from the path. The Bhima Nadi moves away from the path of the river flow and then it flows like a crescent. That is why the river in Pandharpur is still known by the name Chandrabhaga. It flows like a crescent and it flows like a crescent moon and it takes a path like a crescent. So it is called Chandrabhaga. And Dwarakadisha asked, you asked only a boon for your parents, for the comfort of your parents. What do you want? What do you want here for yourself? What do I want even after this Divya Darshan? What do I want? And then he says, you stand here, till the Yavat Sasyanti Girayaha Sarikastamahirale, till eternity you will be here, standing here on the banks of Chandrabhaga as a testament, as a testimony for people who come in the Kali Yuga thereafter by saying that if you serve your parents, that is the greatest dharma where the God will come knocking at your doors and stand by you, stand near you. And that will be the testimony. And I want this boon. And then Panduranga took a form. Krishna, Dwarakadisha took a form, a beautiful form as Panduranga. Panduranga or Vitala who stands on the brick. And there are several other Mahatmyams also which says where the Dindi Ravanam, where Rukmini came here and did penance, and Krishna as a cowherd who came here and gave darshan to Kundalika and both Rukmini. There are several stories where which says the Indra who was inflicted by the Shapam from killing Vritrasura, he had a Brahmahati dosham. Then that was he was all the Shapa, Brahmahati Shapa was removed when he became as a brick and Lord Vishnu stood on the brick, and Indra, who is the brick, who stands as a brick and holds Panduranga on his head, and all the Brahmahati Papams were removed. He was removed from all the Brahmahati Papams. And there are several other Mahatmyams which talks about the pages and pages about the Panduranga and the Vitala. Vitala, Vithu or the Vitala, which means the local, the colloquial name Vishnu would have been made called in the colloquial language and would have come derived by the name Vittu or the Vitala is one of the research points that have come out. Vida Jnanena Lach Shunyan. He removes the one who removes all the ignorance. And in Marathi, which means also the one person who is standing on the brick, that is also known by the name Vithala. So, and on just briefing about the Kshetra Mahatmyams, how Pandharpur got its name, Pundalikapuram or the Pandharpur, and the Pundalika and the Chandrabhaga and all the Kshetra Mahatmyam is completely encapsulated in the Pratama Shloka of Adi Shankaran. Mahayoga Pite Tate Bhimaratyam Param Pundarikaya Datu Munindrihi Samagatya Tittantamanandakandam Parabrahmalingam Vaje Pandurangam. Mahayoga Pite, the Pitam that is he standing is the Mahayoga Pita. All the Murtis who are in the temple are in the Yoga Avastha. They are not in the reclining position or they are not just standing. They are in the Yoga Avastha. They are not just standing. The Srirangam Ranganatha who is reclining is the Yogashai. He is in the yoga avastha. The Parivara Devatas of Ranganatha are also in the yoga avastha. The Vishwaksena is also in the yoga avastha. The Varaha is also in the yoga avastha. All the deities, deities in Srirangam are in yoga avastha. All the deities to encapsulate, all the deities are in the temples are in the yoga avastha or the Turiya avastha, where they stand and give all the grace and blessings to the devotees. Mahayoga Pite. He is standing on the Yoga Pitam, where Kukuta Maharishi had performed all his austerities. Kukuta Maharishi itself, the name from the name Kukuta Maharishi, Shri Anna, my Guru, revered Guru, Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal, would make a comment saying that Maharishi would have done Kukutasanam, and he would have been named popularly by the asana, namely Kukuta Maharishi. And it is a yoga sthanam where the Kukuta Maharishi would have been practicing all his austerities, and then where this Pundalika had been living there and did all the service, and the same place where Panduranga is standing today. So it becomes a Mahayoga Pita. Yoga Pita. So then, Tate Bhimaratyam, it is on the banks of the Bhima River. Bhima River, which flows from the Bhima Shankara, which is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, which is also stay there very near to Pandharpur or the Maharashtra. Bhima Shankar, where the river flows from the Jata of Shankara, and that is why it is known as the Bhima Nadi, Bhima Shankar. And so Varam Pundarikaya. Then it was later known Chandrabhaga in Pandharpur. Varam Pundarikaya. He gave boon to Pundarika and Dhatu Munindraihi Samagatya. He came to Pandharpur. He came to Pandharpur to meet Pundalikam. Varam Pundarikaya Dhatu Munindraihi Samagatya Tiktantam Anandakantam. He stood there. Yuge Atavis Vithe Variyuva. He stands there in the for the past 28 Chaturve. Attavinshri Rame Kali Yuge. We do in the Sankalpam, right? That is the same that is mentioned. Yuge Attavis Vitevadiyubha. In the Arati of Pandurangan, it says Yuge Attavis Vitevadiyubha. He stands there for the 28 Chaturyugas. Parabrahma Lingam. He is the Linga, which is the Murti or the Linga, which means the an embodiment or the a linga for Parabrahma. It is the Parabrahma, which is Anama, Arupa, which cannot be understood by, he is the omnipresent and omnipotent, cannot be understood by anyone. But that Parabrahman, the same Parabrahman holds the Arupam, takes the form. Paramatma, Parabrahma, Nirakarancha Nirgunam, Akandam, Rasa Rupam, Tatu, Sakara Mihadishyate. This is a shloka of my revered Guru Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal, which says, Paramatma Parabrahma Nirakarancha Nirgunam. The same Parabrahman which is extolled in the Vedas and the Upanishads, which is praised as the Parabrahma, the Nirakara, who is formless, and Nirgunam, who does not have any attributes, and the Akhanda, which does not have any the boundaries, who is all pervasive. Rasarupam Tat. He has took the Rasovaisaha. He has took the form as a beautiful form. Sakara Mihadrishyate. Out of his compassion, out of his great compassion, that he has taken a form. That is, Arupam Abhi Tad Brahma Sarupam Iha Radate Upasakanam Bhaktanam Anandhanu Bhavayahi. For the Upasana, for his devotees, he has taken the form. And it is that the same form that the Parabrahma. It is not just for the Upasana. Upasanartham Rupa Kalpana. It is not just the form for Upasana. It is the Parabrahman himself, the Parabrahman. Pandurangan that we are seeing with our naked eyes in Pandharpur is Parabrahman. Who is the Pramanam for this? Acharya. He says Parabrahmalingam Bhade Pandurangam. It is the same Parabrahman that has been extolled in the Vedanta is standing in the black effulgent, which wearing the Pitambara, standing on the river, on the Bhima river, and looking at you and smirking at you and smiling at you, the same Parabrahma. So Swayam he is the Swayambhu Amucha Vitevari Uba Chaitanya Gaba Panduranga Nahi Gadavila Nahi Baisavila Kundalikala Bhetavaya Dwarakache Avadi Sampati Gevuri Uba Chakrapani Pandarisi तुकमणे मूर्ति गडली जे मनती त्याच्या मुका प्रती कीडे पडो स्वयंभू अमुचा विटेवरी उभा चैतन्याच्या गावा पांडुरंगा. Abhang by Tukaram Maharaj, where he says Swayambhu Amucha. He is the Swayambhu Murti who has not been sculpted by any sculptor. He has taken the form. Swayambhu Amucha Vitevari Ubha. He still stands on these bricks. And Chaitanya Chagaba. He is the Chaitanya Swarupam. Chaitanya Gana Ananda Swarupam. He has come here. He is not made of sand. He is not made of wood. He is not made of any other materials. It's Chaitanya Swarupam. Pundalika Alab Hetavaya. He has come here for giving darshan, beti to Pundalika. Dwarakache Avadi Sampati Gevini. He is the Dwarakache Rana. He is the king of Dwaraka, but he has come here, Ubha Chakrapani. He stands there. With one hand, he is holding a conch, and other hand, he is holding a Padma or the lotus, and he is standing on the brick Samacharana with all these two of his feet together. And we would have had a question in between that Adi Shankara is doing such a stotram. He is singing the praise of Panduranga. With the meter that he has composed is the Abhanga Prayata Vrittam. It is the same Vritta which is being later followed by the great Varkari saints, where he has taken the same meter. Mahayoga Pite Tate Bhimaratya Varam Pundarika Yadatum Muvindre Tamagatya Tishtantamananda Kandam Parabdham Haringam Bade Pandurangam Sundarate Dhyana. The meter is being followed by all the great saints, the Abhanga Prayata Vrittam. That is the great foundation that was laid by Adi Acharya that they have all followed. This is the comment that my Guru used to make. So Adi Acharya, where in his Gita commentary, where for the shloka Satatam Kirtayanto Mam in the 9th chapter, where he says Satatam Sarvata Bhagavantam Parabrahma Swarupam Mam Kirtayantaha. This is the commentary that he has given for the word Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. He says where Krishna says, one who always chants my name, one who praises sings all my glories. For that, Adi Shankara's Acharya's commentary is Satatam Sarvada Bhagavantam Brahmaswarupam Mam Kirtayantaha. Brahmaswarupam, where the Brahmaswarupam is attributeless, is Nirakaram, Nirgunam. How can you sing about the Parabrahmam? But the same Parabrahmam, when he takes a form of Panduranga, you can sing, extol the beauty, and you can sing thousands of kirtan, thousands of abhangs, thousands of shlokams on the same Parabrahmam. There is no Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnatu, Purnamidasya. There is no hani. There is no loss when the Bhagavan takes the incarnation or when he takes the form of a murti. So that is why we name Archavataram. We do not say a deity. We should not. We do not neither say it is a stone. We do not say it is a bronze. We do not say that. We say it is Archavataram. Such a samskaram that we have, the Indians have, and the great samskaram which we have all been brought up, that says Perumal. We don't call by the name Murti. We do not say it is a Panchaloka Murti. We do not say that is a stone. We do not say the stone we do not call the Murtis by the material that has been made. So Archayam Pratibha Buddhim Sarvata Parivarjayet. We see the gods we do not call them by the material that they have made. It is the Parabrahmam, same Parabrahmam. And next shloka Tadidvasasam Neelameghavabhasam Rama Mandiram Sundaram Chitrakasham Param Vittikayam Samanystapadam Parabrahmalingam Vade Pandurangam. Tadidvasasam Neelameghavabhasam. He wears an effulgent Ravikara Gauravaramharam Dadane. That of effulgence of thousands of sun rays that has been made, weaved together like a beautiful Pitambhara. Neela Meghavabhasam, and he is effulgent like that of the rain-bearing clouds. Rama Mandiram Sundaram Chitrakasham. Rama Mandiram. He is the abode of Sridevi or the Rakumai, which is the presiding deity in Pandharpur, the Tayar of Independence. Chitrakasham Sundaram. He calls Sundara. Panduranga, you are the Sundara Savale. Sundara Rupa Manohara Savale. Abhanga, where the same word Savale Sundara has been incorporated. The Sundaram, the word Sundara, which comes in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, Adi Shankara gives a beautiful commentary for this. Shushtuhu, Sushtuhu, Unatiti, Sundaha. Undikledane iti dhatoho. From the word, from the undikledane, which means he immerses, he wets. How can I translate this word? He wets ourselves. He makes us completely immersed in the prema sagara, and he completely wets, and he makes us all drowned in the prema sagara, with the prema sagara, and the beautiful, the karuna sagara. He's a karuna sagara. He's a lavanya sagara. He is, by his beauty, that itself is the flowing, it is like flowing nectarine, which all drenches us, completely drenches us. Sushtuhu unatti iti sunda. He's a Sundara, right? Sundaram Chitprakasha Swarup. And Varam Pishtikayam, he stands on the bricks. He says Ishtikayam. Ishtika means the brick. So he says Varam Ishtikayam Samanyastapadam. He keeps his leg in the Samacharana Sarodam Sandranilam. He keeps his leg in Samacharana, and then everything is Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu Name Dveshyosti Napriyaha. He does not have any raga or dvesha on anyone. So he is keeping his legs also in Samacharana. So Samacharana Dekile, many abangam. His Samacharana is also being sung. And Parabrahmalingam Bhate Pandurangam. Ittigi mele ninta namma vittalata. ಉತ್ತಪಾದ ಉರಿತಾನು ಹಿತತಾನು ಇಟ್ಟಿಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾನು ಪಂಡರಪುರದಲ್ಲಿರುವನಂತೆ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಎಂಬುವನಂತೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ತಾನು ಉತ್ತಪಾದ ಉರಿತಾನು ಹಿತತಾನು ಇಟ್ಟಿಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ತಾನು ಚಂದ್ರಭಾಗ ಪಿತೈವನಂತೆ ಅನಗನೆ ರುಕ್ಮಿಣಿ ಅರಸನಂತೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ತಾನು ಪುಟ್ಟಪಾದ ಉರಿತಾನು ಇತ್ತ ತಾನು ಓ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ತಾನು. The same thing is being sung by Purandaradasa. Many of them have sung in several languages because Pandharpur is in the borders of Karnataka and Maharashtra. Just a single village called Mangalaveda, which separates both Karnataka and Maharashtra. One street of that Mangalaveda, the people would be speaking in Kannada, and the other street they would be speaking in Marathi. That is the single village that separates both Maharashtra and Karnataka. So he stands in the borders of Karnataka and Maharashtra. From 1 year he listens all the Kannada Devarnamas. In other years he all listens to all the from the abhangs sung by Ekanathar, Namadevar, Tukaram, Jnaneshwarar. All the abhangs he hears in another year. Another year he listens to all the Devarnamas of the Dasas, Purandaradasar, Vijay Vittala Dasar, Jagannatha Dasar, Shripadarajar. This is an Devarnama of Purandaradasar. Purandaradasa lived in Pandharpur itself. So he says, Ittigi mele. Ittigi is the brick. He stands on the Ittigi, where in Adi Shankara Stotram also it says, Varam Vittikayam Pamanyastapadam. Ittigi mele nintanam Vittalatanu. Puttapada. In his cute little legs, he has been covering in the bricks and he is standing on the Ittatanu. Look at the cute little Panduranga. Pandarapuradalli Iruvanante Panduranga Embuvanante. He is the king of Pandharpur. He stands there in Pandharpur. And Chandrabhage Pita Ivanante. There the Chandrabhaga which is flowing on the Chandrabhaga river is very much near to the temple. If you would have visited Pandharpur from the Mahadwaram, straight from the Mahadwaram, there is the Chandrabhaga river. So it is very much near, as our Kundalika who has the boon from Panduranga, the Chandrabhaga river which flows very near to the temple, and the Baluvanti, which is the shore of the Chandrabhaga, where many of the saints till date they all live there. They stay there. They do not find any. They do not reach out for shelters. They do not reach out for any lodges or any lodging or boarding. They just take bath in the Chandrabhaga river. They come to the Baluvanti. They wear the Udvapundram. They wear the Tulasi Mala. They wear the the kacham and they wear their saris, and then they wear the bukha, and then they sing the glories of the Panduranga, Ramakrishna Hari, Vasudeva Hari, and they have a simple living, and then they chant the names of Lord. They do the Jagannatha Viti Pradakshina, they do the Viti Pradakshina, and they have the darshan of Panduranga. They still, till date, we have the fortune of even hugging Panduranga. Long back, we had the fortune of hugging Panduranga, but now it is the Charana Seva or the Mukha Darshan that we have. The Charana Seva, we can go have, you can do the Charana Seva of Panduranga till date. That is the only temple where we can go inside and do the Seva for Panduranga. Unlike the temples in the Dakshina Desam, where we are not allowed to go inside the sanctum, where Panduranga is the benevolent Murti. Panduranga is so benevolent that he allows everyone. There is no distinction. There is no distinction, caste, creed. There is even Kabir, a Muslim, which is also his devotee. He has sung many bhajans on Panduranga, and he stayed in Pandharpur. There is still the house of Kabir, and the Panduranga says, as Adi Shankara says, he is the Parabrahma that does not have any attributes. So the Shaivas also extol Panduranga as Shiva because he holds a Mastakalinga, Swarupalinga. He holds the linga on his head. That is enduring still till date. Shivaratri, the Vaishnava Kshetram which celebrates Shivaratri is Pandharpur. There is Abhishekam that is performed for Vishesha Abhishekam that is performed for Pandurangan, and then he holds Shiva on his mastaka, on his head. So Shaivas celebrate him as Shiva, and Panduranga, who stands Digambara at Pandharpur. So all the Jainas consider him as the Digambara Jaina. So Pandurangan is a small boy, so he stands Digambara without any clothes. So that is all the Jainas extol and they praise that, oh, this is our Digambara Jaina. So that is why he's called standing without clothes. So he is Jaina. Buddhas tell them that they praise that this is our Buddha, and all of them consider their own deities, and that is the speciality. That is why Adi Shankara says Parabrahma Lingam Vade Panduranga. He is the Parabrahma. He can take any from Ete Uba Shirama Manamohana Mega Shama Raghurama Ete Ubaga Shirama. When Samatha Ramadasar, who is a great Rama Bhakta, staunch Rama Bhakta, when he comes to Pandharpur and sees Panduranga, he says that Panduranga, why are you standing like this? Why are you not holding your Kodanda? Why are you not standing in the Sarayu Tira? Why are you standing here? Why have you come here and standing here at the Chandrabhaga? Where is Sitamma? You are standing near Rukmini, Rukumai. Where are all your Vanara Sena? And you are standing amidst the Gopa Balakas. I want to see you like Rama. That is the wish that I want. And then the next moment, Panduranga, who was holding the disc and who was holding the conch and the Padma in both his hands, and he was keeping both his hands on his hip, suddenly became Kodandapani and showed Ramadasa as the Kodandapani Rama Darshan. So Ramadasa Jaisa Bhava Tesa Jala Pandari Rava. Ramadasa's bhava is being fulfilled by Panduranga. Then he showed the Rama Darshanam to Samartha Ramadasa. There was one another devotee who was Narahari Sonar, who was a staunch Shiva Bhakta. He was a Vaishnava. He was a Vishnu Dveshi. In fact, he was a Vishnu Dveshi. When he came to Panduranga and he saw that he had the vision of Parameshwara, Mahadeva, he had the vision of Parameshwara in Panduranga. So he became the Shiva also for Panduranga. Shiva also, he is also manifested as Shiva. So Kripa Kari Pandari Nata Dinanata Tu Samartha. The abang that where the famous saint Narahari Sonar has sung, and he became a Panduranga Bhakta thereafter. And there are so many saints that example tells as that he is a Parabrahma. He is a Parabrahma who takes manifest into all the forms. Namostanantaya Sahasramurte Sahasrapada Hirorvahave. He takes all the forms. Pramanam Bhavabde Ridam Mamakana Itam Bakkarabhyam Drito Yena Tasmad Vidadu Vasantehi Drito Nabhiko Shaha Parabrahmalingam Bade Pandurangam Pramanam Bhavabde Ridam Mamakanam. We would have all had a doubt that why is Pandurangan holding both his hands on his hip. But Adi Shankara says the Vyakhyanam for this because he says to all the devotees, he enacts to all his devotees that don't worry, all my devotees, you don't have to worry, bhaktas don't have to worry. You have all come to my feet, you have all surrendered to me, and I'll promise you that all the samsara sagaram that you have been completely drowned into, the samsara sagara is all the depth of only till your hip. Pramanam bhavabde idam mamakanam. He is all enacting, saying all his devotees that don't worry, all the samsara sagaram is only this depth. It is all the depth till your hip. Nitambakkaraabhyam dhritam yena tasmad. That is why he is holding his hand. And there is also a rasa vyakhyana. There is also a beautiful vyakhyana which says, Panduranga, when all his devotees chant his names, he does not know what to give them. He gives them Ayush, Arogyam, Aishwaryam, all Dhanam, Dhanyam, all the things that all the Aishwaryams he gives to all his devotees. But he says that he thinks that all these are all perishable. All these things are perishable. These are all astiram. They will not last for long. And he thinks that only Sthira Vastu, only Shashvata Vastu is himself. Only Shashvata Vastu is Panduranga himself. And he thinks that he has to give his devotees. Manataha Padakamalam Atmanam Apiyachati, says Bhagavatam. Where the devotee who thinks on his divine feet, he gives them completely to his devotees. So Smarataha Padakamalam Atmanam Apiyachati. So what Pandurangan is doing is that he's trying to lift himself. He's trying to lift himself so that he can give himself to his devotees. So Nitambakkaraabhyam dhritam yena tasmad vidaturvasatyi ritona bikojaha. He's the same one who created Brahma from his Nabi Padma. Till date, in Pandharpur, they would make the Pandas would give the darshan where he would say that this is the same navel from the name navel Brahma had been created from the on the Padma. He is the Padmanabha. So same Parabrahmalingam Bhade Pandurangam Purat Kaustubalankritam Kantadeshe Shriyajushtakeyurakam Srinivasam Shivam Shantamidhyam Varam Lokapalam Parabrahmalingam Bhade Pandurangam. He wears a Kaustuba till date. All these stotras are till date valid. They are testament. If you go today and have the Kakada Harati Darshan during the Abhishekam, the Panda would show you the Kaustubam that he is wearing. They would show the navel where Brahma has been created. And they would show you the Chamacharanam. They would show you the disc, the conch that he is holding. They show the Padma that he is holding. Then Adi Shankara's Stotram is just as a picture. He is captured like how a photography. This entire Stotram is like a photographic representation of the Panduranga Murti. Purat Kaustuba Lankritam Kantadeshe. He wears a beautiful dazzling Kaustubam on his neck. The Kaustubam is it is the representation of the Jivatma. The Jivatma is represented by the Kaustubam on his chest. Shriya Jushtakeyurakam Srinivasam Shriya Jushtakeyurakam. And the Mahalakshmi, the Shivatsam, that Shivatsam still date Panduranga Murti has the Shivatsam. The mark that he holds, the footmark that he holds on his chest, the footmark of the Durvasa Maharishi, where he has kicked on the Mahavishnu's Vakshastalam. You can still see the Shivatsam. Shriya Jushtakeyurakam Srinivasam. He has the different ornaments that he has, and the Shi, which is the abode, Srinivasam. He is the abode of Shi. In the same Vishnu Sahasranamam, where Adi Shankara, for Srinivasa, there are several places where Srinivasa occurs, the Srinivasa Namam occurs. In few of the places where Srinivasa occurs, he says, Shivatsu Nityam Vasati iti Srinivasaha, where the Sridevi Rakumai always resides. He is the temple of Rakumai. Rakumai temple is not separately there, but he is the Srinivasa. The Panduranga is the abode where Mahalakshmi or the Rakumai stays. And in other place where Sridharaha occurs, he says, Sarvabhutanam Janani Shriyam Vakshasi Vahan. She is the mother of all of us, all the Prakritim, Vikritim, Vidyam, Sarvabhuta, Gita Pradam, the Shivatsam, which is the representation of the Prakriti, is none other than the Kaustubam is the representation of the Jiva, and the Shivatsam is the representation for the Prakriti, and Sarvabhutanam Janani, she is the mother of all these bhutas, Shriyam Vakshasi Vahan. This is the Vyakhyanam that I am reading from the Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashyam of Adi Shankara. And the other Vyakhyanam that for Srinivasa name Adi Shankara has given is the Yasya Vakshasyanapayini. She does not leave the Vakshasthala of Panduranga at any time, at any place. That is in the Pasuram, Tamil Pasuram, Alvar says, Agalaville, Lerayumendu, Alalvel, Mangai, Urayum Marha. She does not leave the Vakshasthala of Panduranga at any place, at any time, at any occasion, on any occasion. And Adi Shankara says, Shivam Shantamedium, he is the Mangala, he gives all the auspiciousness. The Shivaha, from the name Shivaha, from the Vishnu Sahasranama, he says, Nistraigunnyataya, Shuddhatvad Shivaha, he is beyond all these trigunas. The Sattvam Rajas Tamas, he is beyond all these trigunas. And Sabrahma Sashivastendra Sokshara Paramasparat, he quotes, Adi Shankara quotes this verse, and he says, Nitya Vedo Padesha Shivadi Nama Bhi Harireva Stuyate. All the names, all the Namosta Ananta Sahasramurte, Sahasrapada, Vishwam Vishnu, all of them are Vishnu Swarupam. So Sarvam Vishnu Mayam Jagat. And all the names, all the Nama Rupas is all Vishnu Swarupam. Sabrahma, Sashivaha, Sendraha, Sokshara, Paramaswarat. So, like how Panduranga manifests into all Shiva, Vishnu, Rama, and all the Rupams for his devotees. So, same Parabrahmalingam Bade Pandurangam, Adi Shankara says. So, Shivaha is also the Shiva. Shanta medium, he is the Shanta Swarupa, Varam Lokapal. He protects all the three lokas, all the protectors of the lokas, the Lokapala, Parabrahmalingam Bade Pandurangam. Saraschandrabimbananam charuhasam nasatkundala krantagandastalangam japa ragabimbadanam kanjanetram varabrahmalingam bhaje pandurangam kirito sarvadikrantabhagam सुरैरर्चितं दिव्यरत्नैरनर्गैः त्रिभङ्गाकृतिं बर्हमाल्यावतंसं वरद्ब्रह्मलिङ्गं वदे पाण्डुरङ्गम्. These two shlokas, the fifth and the sixth shlokas, extols the Swarupa Soundaryam of Panduranga at the max. Sharas Chandra Bimbhananam Charuhasam. He has the beautiful face as that of a beautiful moon. Today is the Chitra Paurnami. The Chitra full moon day is the Chitra Paurnami. Panduranga's face is like that of the full moon. Sharas Chandra Bimbhananam Charuhasam. He is like that of the Sharas Chandra. Lasat Kundalam Krantagandastalangam. He has the Makara Kundala. Till date, Panduranga sports a Makara Kundala. He wears a Makara Kundala on his ears. Japa Ragabimba Kanjanetram. He has the lips as red as that of the hibiscus. Japa Ragabimba, like the Bimba fruit. That is beautiful as that of a bimba fruit, or that of as red as that of the dapa pushpa or the hibiscus. Parabrahmalingam Vade Pandurangam Kirito Jvalat Sarva Dikprantabhagam. His effulgent, the shining and the dazzling kirita that he wears is all effulgent on all the dik. Suray Rachitam Divyaratne Iranarkhe. He wears different hara and bhushanas. Panduranga has the exquisite beautiful harams till date. He has sports all the different haras and beautiful necklaces and the padakams, all the beautiful haras he wears. And Tribanga Akritim Barhyamalyavathamsam. He has a Tribangi Murti. He has a Tribangi, which is Bangi means which is bent on three places. One on his neck, one on the hip, one on the charana. So that is why he is called a Tribangi Madhurakrite, Tribangi Lalitakrite Nama, Tribangi Madhurakrite Nama. The Krishna Ashtotram also has the name, right? So it's a Tribangi Murti. So these two names has a beautiful the Rupa Varnana Sundara Tejana Ubeitevari Karakatavari Devuniya Sundara Tejana Tulasi Haragala Kase Pitambara Avade Nirantara Jeti Rupa Makara Kundale Kalapati Shavani Kante Kaustubhavani Virajita Tukamane Maje Kesi Sarvasuga Pahina Shibuka Vadine Sundarate Dhyana Ubeitevari Karakatavari Tehuniya. All the things that have been covered in the shlokas is covered in the Abhang. Beautiful Abhang of Tukaram, which says, he is a Sundarate Dhyana. You are a Sundara. Sundara, which is also being mentioned in the Stotra also. Sundarate Dhyana Ubhe Vitevari. He stands on the brick. Harakatavari. He holds his hand on the hip. and Sundarate Dhyana Vitevari. Tulasihara, he wears a mala. That is also mentioned in the stotra. He wears a mala. And Avade Nirantara Hechi Rupa. And Makara Kundala, he wears a Makara Kundala. Kanti Kaustuba. Kaustuba is also being mentioned by Adi Shankara. Kaustuba is also being mentioned here in Tukaram. The same, ditto, exactly the same. It matches. I don't know how. Maybe Tukaram Maharaj would have taken Adi Shankara's Pandurangashtakam. Till date, Pandurangashtakam is being revered in Adi Shankara Stotram have been taken by several other saints also. Jiva Goswami takes Jagannatha Ashtakam from Adi Shankara Stotram. Jagannatha Ashtakam, and he quotes in his Stotram, and he during his Vyakhyanam. Even Swami Vedanta Deshigar quotes Kanakadara Stotrams in his work. So all the great saints have taken, irrespective of the sampradayams that they belong to, Adi Shankara's works are universal, that we have to take pride in. So even the Varkari saints would have taken Adi Shankara Stotram as their what to say, as something that they margadarshi. He's a margadarshi for them. So Kiritojvalam, Sarva Dikpranta Bhagam. So he is Kiritam, so he is Ratna Kundalam, his Tribungi Rupam, and all the beautiful ornaments that he is sporting, all the beautiful Rupam is always Sundarate Dhyana Udhe Ite Bari. Let me contemplate on the beautiful Rupam that you have. Vibhum Vedunadam Charantam Durantam Swayam Leelaya Vesham Dadanam Gabam Vrundakanandadam Charuhasam Parabrahmalingam Bade Pandurangam. Few kilometers from Pandharpur, you have the Gopalpur. Gopalpur has the shrine where Panduranga stands as in a Tribangi Murti, and he is a Venugopala, he has a cow. And it is still believed, the Kshetra Mahatmyam of Gopalpur, which says that it is the same place where Panduranga came to this earth. Sakshat Dwarakadishan came to this place as a cowherd, as a Gopala, and he reared the cows there. So that is how he came, that he gave darshan to Rukmani. So Vibhum Venunadam Charantam Durantam Swayam Leelaya Gopavesham Dadanam. He spoke the beautiful Gopala, and then he Gabam Vrindakanandadam Charuhasam, and he is a Gopala. He does not want the name of Bhupala, or he does not desire for the name Bhupala. He desires for the name Gopala. And in Bhagavatam it says he's the creator of all the three worlds, but he wants to rear the cows. He really wants to go rear the cows. That is what he's desiring. So being even the creator of the entire universe, but he wants the name Gopala. He wants to be called as Gopala. So Gabam Vrindakanandam Chanandadam Charuhasam, and he has the Mandahasa without any expectations. His smile is a beautiful smile, Charuhasa, beautiful smile that Parabrahma Lingam Bade Pandurangam Ajam Rukmini Prana Sanjeevanam Tam Paramdama Kaivalyamekam Duriyam Rasannam Prapannartiham Devadevam Parabrahma Lingam Bade Pandurangam Ajam. Who does not have a creator by himself, and he is the creator for the entire world. Rukmini Prana Sanjeevanam Tam. He is the prana. He is the prana for Rukmini. He is the prana or the pati of Rukmini. And Rukmini, we know that from Bhagavatam how she had longed for Krishna's, how she had longed, and she married Krishna. Paramdhama Kaivalyamekam Tudiyam. And it is the Dhama Kaivalyamekam Tudiyam. Beyond the Jagrat Swapna and Sushupti Avasthas, he is beyond the Paramdhama Kaivalyamekam Tudiyam, who is the one supreme abode of Kaivalya, and the state of he who is in the state of Turiya Avastha. As I told, he is in the Yoga Avastha, Prasannam Prapannartiham Deva Devam, and he is always in a calm and composed and prasanna, happy face, and Prapannartiham Deva Devam, one who removes all the obstacles and he removes all the worries of his the devotees, the Prapanna, the devotees that who have surrendered to him. And he is the Parabrahma. Bade Pandurangam Savam Pandurangasya Vai Punyadam Ye Patantye Patantie Kachittena Bhaktya Chanityam Bhavambo nidhim tepi Ihitvaantakaale hareeralayam shashvatam prapnuvanti samam pandurangasya vai punyadam ye patantye kachittena bhaktya chanitam bhavambo nidhim tepi ihitvaantakaale hareeralayam shashvatam prapnuvanti. Samam Pandurangasya, whoever reads or listens to this Stavam or the great praise of Panduranga, ye punya, vai punyadam ye, this grants all the punya to him, patan kekachittena, who recites this stotra with ekachitta, or the one devotion, the ekagra chittam, whoever chants this, bhaktya cha nityam, whoever chants this daily, bhavam bho nidim devi titvantakale, they'll be easily across, they'll be easily washed ashore from this samsara sagara. They will be easily crossed across the samsara sagara. Harer alayam shashvatam. They would reach the divine feet of Panduranga and always be there with Panduranga. Harer alayam shashvatam prapnuvanti is the prarthana or the Palashruti shloka that Adi Shankara finishes the Pandurangashtakam. And I would thank Indica for giving me such a wonderful opportunity on the such a it's Indina Dinave Subhadinavu, as Purandaradasa says, this day is a Sudina, and I would thank all the listeners and offer my pranams to each one of you for listening, and apologies if there are any shortcomings and mistakes on my part, and I would like to submit this on in my Guru's Charan. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय जय पुंडलीक वरदा हरिविठले. Thank
you. Namaste. It was really very enchanting. It was very nice. I'm sure you must be from Mangalveda, where one ear is for Kannada Abhanga and one ear is for Marathi Abhanga. I'm amazed the way in which you could study and quote Tukaram, Ramdas, and Sant Dhaneshwar Eknath. It was really fantastic. It was a very good exposition of Pandurangashtakam. Let us say that Parabrahmalingam Bhaje Pandurangam. Once again, Parabrahmalingam Bhaje Pandurangam. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Viewers, come again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock Indian Standard Time for another beautiful, potent session of the Festival of Oneness to be celebrated on account of Jayanti of Adi Shankaracharya for 30 days. Swami Chidananda, Light of Shankara on the Nature of Consciousness, is the subject. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Once again, Parabrahmalingam Bhaje Pandurangam.